Media Group.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. I'm Kelly Raspberry Evans with my husband and my podcast co-host, Alan Evans.
A-Train in the house.
Happy Father's Day. It's our Father's Day edition of the podcast, since it's the one we're recording before Father's Day.
Hopefully this doesn't sound different. Good, strong, dear, sweet, clean listener. We're doing some renovations in the orifice. The Kelly Raspberry Evans and A-Train studio. So just to paint them a visual picture, we're sitting here in the living room, which feels very, very odd.
Feels very comfortable to me.
Not that you care. You probably...
I'm comfortable.
Well, I'm speaking to the listener, not that they care. They probably don't care.
And they probably can't hear a difference. Maybe they can.
Well, I don't know. I'm self-conscious because I'm really kicked back in my big man chair.
Yeah.
The TV is on.
You're watching the NBA.
We have the NBA
basketball.
finals on, but I will be dedicated to producing a good podcast and
we'll see about that.
And good content. We will see about that. But anyway, yeah, I hope this sounds okay. I hear a little echo.
I don't know, honey. I don't know what you've done different. Or
I have not done anything different except got booed out of my office.
Yeah.
But that's a whole
let's
nother
hope
story.
for the best.
Yeah.
If there's an echo, I guess that's going to be very annoying for people to listen to. But we'll find out together.
Maybe it's just me.
I don't know.
And then you're sitting real far away.
I like it like that. Actually, I'm very warm. I wish we could turn on the fan, but I'm not going to get up.
Well, why didn't we do that before we started?
I don't know. I'm not going to get up. I'm just going to suffer through it and drink my ice water. All right, so let's get back on track.
Oh, wow.
Happy Father's Day, honey.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's going to be one of those episodes,
I am a father, so I appreciate that. And happy Father's Day to my father and all the fathers out there that we love. Father's Day, less than Mother's Day.
Oh, way less.
Father's Day, less than sign Mother's Day.
Absolutely,
Greater
100%.
than Father's Day.
Yeah. Well, I was curious. I didn't know when Father's Day started. I just kind of Googled it. When did Father's Day start? This woman named Sonora Smart Dodd. She was the daughter of a veteran and devoted father named William Jackson Smart.
Big Bill Smart.
Yeah. And he was, it says here, he had to raise 6 children when his wife died.
Oh.
And she was inspired to create Father's Day, the very first one in Spokane, Washington in 1910. Woodrow Wilson was president. He was the first president to officially recognize Father's Day.
Woodrow.
And then urged all other states to observe the holiday in 1916. But guess when the law was established making Father's Day the third Sunday of June, where it's a nationally recognized. So the first time it was acknowledged, or the first time it was celebrated, was in 1910. President Wilson urged states to acknowledge it in 1916. But what year did the law get signed establishing Father's Day as a national holiday on the third Sunday of every June?
We love our fathers. We love every father. We love them all, but especially our dads. I don't know. When?
Just take a guess.
64.
Higher.
Higher? You mean more?
Later. Not earlier, later than 64.
72.
Exactly. Ding, ding. Good on your second guess.
Really? Tricky Dick Nixon?
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah, he signed it. How about that? 1972.
Okay.
So as long as...
I am not a criminal.
I mean, I was born... everybody knows how old I am. I was born in 67. So, I mean, I just always remember Father's Day being around. But people older than me, there was a time there was no Father's Day.
My dad's always been very low key on Father's Day. Like, if I mention it to him, hey, you interested in doing something? Let's do something. I just need some black socks. And he likes this aftershave called Club Man. It's like you can get it at Walgreens. It smells nice, but it's just real cheap, Yeah,
Club Man. He loves a crossword puzzle.
Yeah, a little crossword puzzle maybe.
Well, I don't know what he's into reading right now. He goes through these phases. He was into mythical, like
Viking history.
Viking history. He was into mythical gods for a while, Civil War for a while. He goes through these phases.
My dad reads a
interest him.
lot. Yeah, he reads a lot. I'm jealous.
I think that's great.
I want to read that much.
Well, this Father's Day, it's weird, because blended families and all this. Everybody's got Father's Day, but we've got, our sons. Cole has a baseball tournament. We have no idea what games he's playing on Sunday. If you've ever been in a baseball family, what they play on Sunday is all based on how they play on Saturday. And you have no idea what time they're playing on Sunday till probably about 10 or 11 o'clock Saturday night. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of hard to plan anything, but
I think Dill has a soccer game too.
Oh my. Well, we need to figure all that out.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy Sunday.
Because I'm going to be taking my dad to lunch. We've got to figure out something with your dad. It's just a lot. And then McKellie's going to be with her dad.
Well, my dad said, I talked to him and he's like, the boys come first. Just take care of the boys. And I'm like, well, we got games and stuff.
Yeah,
so maybe,
right?
maybe you could, if you want, you could come to one of the games. So anyway,
we'll figure it out.
Our Father's Day may be watching baseball and soccer. We'll see.
But it will be a record spending year for Father's Day. People are expected to spend $24 billion this year.
Billion.
That seems like a lot, but it is a record amount. That's according to the National Retail Federation. That's
wait a minute. 24 billion on Father's Day.
That's up more than 7% from last year. I'm really surprised.
That doesn't sound right. In the United States,
that's what it says.
$24 billion is spent on Father's Day?
That's what it says. 3 out of every 4 people surveyed said they plan to celebrate the event in some way. The average spending is expected to come in just under $200. And most people will shop online. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the most common Father's Day gift is still the necktie. But that holds true for our family pretty much. As far as Father's Day cards, 100 million Father's Day cards are sold in the U.S. each year. That is the 4th largest card sending holiday. It's behind number 1, Mother's Day, number 2, Valentine's Day, and number 3, Christmas Day. So you get Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, then Father's Day. It's the 4th largest card sending holiday with 100 million each year. And what does Dad want to do on average? It says for most dads, 56%, they just want to spend it with their kids or grandkids.
Put me in that 56%. That's all I want.
Sharing a meal at home is second most popular. Going out to eat or drink was chosen by just 36% of the fathers polled.
Okay.
Because you know why?
Why?
They still have to pick up the tab. Because that's Dad. I'm guessing. I don't know.
I could get behind just hanging out or going out to eat or
all of it.
None of the above, yeah. Or, well, just hanging out, yeah. That would be fine.
Well, there you go. That's your little Father's Day trivia.
That would be totally fine. Father's Day trivia, that's good, babe. I like that. Next time we do a podcast, it will Father's Day will be over.
It will. And then it's just on to the next thing.
Speaking of things, lots of stuff going on here at Evans Manor. I'm a little out of sorts.
Yeah, you are.
Do I seem like I'm out of sorts?
Well, it all started with the beginning of this podcast, so yes, I think everyone would say yes.
Okay, so just random thoughts off the top of my head. Kelly was telling me I had an itchy spot on my head. So Kelly says, would you like some Gold Bond? And I have it here next to me.
It's the best.
Gold Bond Extra Strength Body Lotion, Triple Action Relief.
This is the one.
For extra dry and itchy skin.
Now, there's different bottles of Gold Bond. This is the one, the green bottle with the red lid. That's the one you want if you have really bad itchy skin.
So I had an itchy scalp. Mm-hmm. And usually I just use a little Head and Shoulders. But today it was just one spot.
A little patch.
Yeah. So I put this Gold Bond on, and hashtag not an ad. I put this Gold Bond on, and it immediately goes away.
I told you, it's the best.
It really worked great. But Kelly launches into this story, and I would like you to tell the story because Andrea Dowling Gullidge, I'd like you to get your pen and paper and write this down.
This doesn't count because this is a solved problem.
Is it?
It is. I don't have this anymore.
Okay, what happened?
And I don't know what.
I was fascinated by this story.
This is how I discovered Gold Bond. This is how I discovered that this was the
How
only
did you
thing that
discover
helped.
Gold Bond?
Well, when I was in my teens and 20s,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was, but every time I take a shower or a bath, not every time, but a lot of times, I'd get out and my legs from the knees down, not the knees up, only the knees down, would itch like they were on fire. It's like they threw acid on them. They would itch. Alan, I cannot explain to you how bad they would itch.
Acid?
And I would dig and dig, but the more you scratch, we would get more irritated and inflamed.
Like a mosquito bite.
It was awful, but it was my whole leg. And I'm like, am I allergic to water? And it wouldn't matter if I shaved my legs or not. It was just knee down, crazy itching. And it would be so bad, I would finally have to lie on the bed and try to deep breathe. I would literally put my hands underneath my butt so I could not scratch my legs.
Put your hands underneath your butt?
I would lie on top of I'd put them underneath my butt and lie there. And I would literally twitch and almost convulse because they'd itch so bad. But I knew I had to stop scratching them in order for the skin to calm down and stop itching. And I went through this for a long time.
How long?
Them for years.
Did you ever go through it like during the podcast?
No, I haven't done this in years. That's why you've never heard about it.
All right. I'm not sure this could be added to the list, but.
No, that's why I told you that's how I found it. In fact, my brother can vouch for it. My brother came to visit me one time when I lived in Atlanta and he lived in Chattanooga. He came to see me and we got all ready for church. He'd come down and it was really important for us to go to church at that time. And we were on the way to church and I'm crying, scratching my legs. I said, I can't do it. I have to go home. And it was awful. So anyway, one day I had tried everything. I don't know who recommended this to me, but Gold Bond, it has to be the green bottle with the red lid. And and I put it on and it's got this like menthol in it. And it just is the only thing that works. So
but you suffer no more.
No, I don't have that anymore.
Why do you think
when I'm itchy, I use it.
Why do you think my head was so itchy?
I don't know. Every once in a while you can get like a little eczema patch somewhere. I do every once in a while.
Do I look any different?
I mean, you decided to buzz cut your hair for summer. Because it's so hot outside.
What do you think about that?
I like it. I think a buzz cut and a bald head is sexy.
This is new for me.
I like it.
I'm a little self-conscious. I'm very self-conscious this podcast. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm not in my...
Self-conscious, irritable.
I'm not in the...
And you're so comfy. I don't understand why.
I am very comfy.
You are kicked back. I just have my legs spread.
I have my bald head on this... It's not bald. It's just buzz.
In the most beat up, comfy chair. It's starting to fall apart. The cushions are all flat.
Who is an actor you could relate my hair to right now?
Well, I don't know about
just to paint a visual picture.
Well, I mean,
Jason Statham,
maybe, or that Wentworth guy from Prison Break. What was his name?
Wentworth. I don't know.
Something Wentworth, kind of the Prison Break guy.
Brad Pitt?
Channing Tatum when he shaves his head.
Brad Pitt used to have a shaved head.
Yeah, I think he has it right now.
Or a buzz cut.
I think he's done the buzz.
Head, a buzz cut.
He's done the buzz right now. Channing Tatum does the buzz cut. I like it. I think you should keep it like that for the summer.
Okay.
I think it's a good look.
I went over and showed my mother, and she about had a heart attack.
Well, it's shocking.
She had the same reaction when she saw my first tattoo. She just didn't say anything, and she just put her hands to her face and covered her face.
She buries her face in her hands.
And she just kind of shook her head.
It's sad when she does that. I feel for her.
It makes me very sad when she does that.
And yet you keep making her do it.
I fail as a son all the time.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, babe. Speaking of your, where are my spectacles? Here they are. Speaking of your product recommendations.
Besides Gold Bond, the green bottle with the red lid.
Well, we have a letter. Well, we have 2 letters. And, I thought we had 3 letters, but we just got 2 letters here. So we're just going to go with 2 letters. This first letter is from Heather. Subject NYC Hotel.
Oh.
New York City.
Okay.
Hi, Kellie and Allen. I'm a podcast listener, and I remember Kellie mentioning her trip to New York.
Okay, I just remembered what it was.
What was the name of the hotel where she stayed? I believe she said they were once apartments converted into a hotel. Thanks, Heather.
I was like, oh God, I know she's going to ask me
It's not the Roosevelt, is it?
No.
That place.
That's where we went. Okay.
The Roosevelt. Blue.
Let me tell you.
Blue.
Back in the day, it declined greatly. Back in the day, we would go to the Roosevelt. It has the most beautiful lobby.
Had a nice lobby. I'll give them that.
I believe it was the last time I went with my niece, Riley, when I took her there. They were actually filming.
No, you and I went there.
when I went with my niece Riley,
Oh.
one of the last times I went,
Sorry, babe.
with my niece Riley,
Yeah.
they were filming a movie in the lobby.
Really?
It's a beautiful hotel, but when I went with you during the Arctic blast, it was the coldest New Year's Eve they'd had in Times Square. Remember, it was going to be 0 degrees. We left right before that.
That's also when you fell.
That's when I fell. That was when we went. We stayed at the Roosevelt, and I was like, we will never
You
stay
were
at this
horrified.
hotel again. It was awful.
Well, we were going because you had a good experience the time before.
And it was pretty reasonably priced for New York, and it was good location. The walls were paper thin. There was some family living next to us that had not one but 2 screaming babies. And the other side of us, the pipes from the people when they would take a shower.
Yeah, lots of clanging.
And it would go, whong, and clanging. It was so...
It did that.
And it was so unbearably hot in our room.
Yeah.
Remember, we tried to open the window, and it was almost 0 degrees outside. It was so hot.
Yeah.
But with all the... when they had all the immigration and all the stuff in New York, this is one of the hotels that they took over with all the undocumented immigrants living up there. It was one of the hotels.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So anyway, I don't know what it
was.
I don't
That
know
it?
No, that's not it.
Okay, so
that's not it.
Okay, so
when Tommy Jean and I went she'd never been to New York, and I believe it was Judy Nuri, the travel agent Judy Nuri, friend of the show, right?
Blast from the
from the
past.
past. She recommended the Kimberly. I just remembered the name of it. The Kimberly is a great hotel. It used to be, like I said, like she said in the letter, like apartments or condos or something, and they converted it to a hotel. It was, listen, hotels in New York are expensive, but I think it was reasonably priced. We love the location for where we wanted to be. She wanted to be, near Today Show, all that area. But that's the last place that I stayed that I really enjoyed. Used to be back in the day when I wanted to stay in the heart of Times Square, which I don't necessarily want to do that anymore. We'd stay at the Embassy Suites. They'd always put us up there for work. The good thing about the Embassy Suites is an Embassy Suites is an Embassy Suites is an Embassy Suites. So you get the whole suite thing and the breakfast and all that and those warm cookies when you check in. So anyway, there's a couple of recommendations, but the Kimberly is where Tommy Jean and I stayed that you're talking about.
Okay, well that answers the letter. When I used to go up there, I used to have to go up there It was a fun trip, but once a year go up there for a media tour, and we'd stay in Midtown, and we did the Midtown Hilton, we did the Midtown, right in the same hotel that poor guy got shot at.
Oh yeah,
Is the Midtown Marriott, I think.
I hate to say that if that's not it, but
yeah. Anyway, I stayed at that hotel, and I used to stay at this one called the Hudson. I think it was on 58.
Yeah, I've stayed at the Hudson before.
The Hudson
rooms
was
are
cool. Oh, tiny
rooms. Are so small.
Tiny rooms, but the coolest.
The bar
and the coolest just
But is
vibe.
it still? Because those things are
I don't
trendy.
know. This was
but
years
literally,
ago.
you couldn't open the bathroom door without hitting the foot of your bed.
Yeah. New York. I told Cole when he gets to be, Kelly's going to do her trip with Emma Kelly here coming up for her, her senior trip, which is really cool. They're going to Europe, as we've talked about on the podcast. I've just planted the seed in Cole's head. Hey, where would you like to go? When you graduate, I'd like to take you somewhere. And he mentioned New York City.
Yeah.
And I said, that would be fun because I kind of know my way around. There's so much to see. I mean, there is so much to see and do. You will not be bored. And we could go to the Bronx and see the Yankees. Go catch a Yankees game.
Time it out right. And plus, you're not in your room that much. But when I'm in my room, I still want to be comfortable and have room to move around. So there's that.
We're big people.
What was the other letter?
We're big people, babe.
You are going to love Legacy Box. Becoming a parent changes how you look at memories. While we're savoring and saving every moment with our kids, suddenly you start to realize a lot of important memories from our childhood. They're trapped on VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, photo albums, crammed into boxes labeled "Do Not Throw Away" and shoved into an attic. Those are at risk of being destroyed by heat, moisture, disaster, time. And once they're gone, they're gone. That's why you need Legacy Legacy Box now. They are the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos. And the process is so simple. They send you a Legacy Box and you fill it up with old VHS tapes, pictures, film reels, slides, DVDs, whatever you've got. Their team in Tennessee carefully digitizes it all by hand. They send you back the originals plus digital files on the cloud or a thumb drive. Ordering a Legacy Box is one of the best things I've done for my family, because now instead of just telling my kids about that crazy vacation I took to the mountains when I was a kid, I get to show them and relive it with them. And right now, during Legacy Box's Father's Day sale, you can save big while preserving your family's history. Visit legacybox.com/sandwich to get started today. That's legacybox.com/sandwich. It's the little things that make a big difference in how I feel. Now, for me right now, it's about stretching. I didn't realize how stiff I was until I started doing it. I love when I can stretch a little further than before. It makes me feel refreshed when I'm done. And you know, a little makeup refresh can make all the difference too with Thrive Cosmetics, my go-to clean makeup routine year-round. Now, of course, their brilliant eye brightener and Stella champagne is always in my makeup bag. Actually, I need to reorder more. I'm almost out. But it comes in 32 shades, and the Shenna Mint Green Shimmer looks really fun for summer. Their Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, it's really amazing. It gives you a beautiful color that lasts without feeling dry. They have 18 buildable shades, and I love the Dusty Rose Kaiza color. I think that's how you pronounce it. But the best part, for every product you buy, Thrive donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've given over $150 million in products and cash to over 600 giving partners. This is beauty with purpose. Amplify your summer look with Thrive Cosmetics. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich for an exclusive 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich. I don't think I've ever talked about it on this podcast before, but one day I was walking past the windows going upstairs and I noticed this greasy cooking smell. You know what I mean? It turns out it was our blinds. Something about the sun was breaking them down over the years. And who knows how long they were there before we bought our house. We needed new blinds bad, and that's what led me to 3-Day Blinds. I absolutely loved how easy they made the whole process. They send a professionally trained design consultant to your home. It's a free, no obligation, same-day quote. And they've got thousands of options to fit any budget and style. It's not just blinds. They've got shades, shutters, drapery too. 3-Day Blinds even has those motorized smart blinds that work with Alexa. Those are so cool. They take all the measurements. They handle the installation too. And it's perfect because I'm not handy. And what a difference it's made. This is an upgrade that makes your whole house feel refreshed and polished without having to do a big renovation. Right now, get quality window treatments that fit your budget with 3-Day Blinds. Head to 3dayblinds.com/sandwich for their buy one, get one 50% off deal on custom blinds, shades, and drapery. For a free, no charge, no obligation consultation, just head to dayblinds.com/sandwich. One last time, that's buy one, get one 50% off when you head to the 3dayblinds.com/sandwich.
Oh, you want to get to the other letter?
Well, I could do that or I could do this. I mean, you
Why
tell
don't you
me.
do that?
You know, some of the latest makeup trends, because I try to stay on top of all of them, you know. Icy eyeshadows, tapered lashes, you know, that like flare out on the ends, almost like a doll. I love that look, and I can get it with Thrive Cosmetics. Whether you're all about simple mascara and gloss and go, or you love to play with bold looks, whatever you dream, you can achieve with Thrive Cosmetics. All made with clean, skin-loving ingredients, high-performance trademarked formulas with uncompromising standards. Now, I fell in love with Thrive Cosmetics after I tried that viral tubing mascara, liquid lash extensions. It's one of my favorite gifts to give my girlfriends, too. I just gave some to Tara for her birthday. I get the look of lash extensions minus the damage. In fact, over time, its nourishing ingredients support stronger, longer, healthier looking lashes that lasts all day without clumping, smudging, flaking. And at the end of the day, it just slides off with warm water, no scrubbing and no yanking out your natural lashes. And remember, for every product you buy, Thrive Cosmetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive. So far, they've donated over $150 million worth of products and cash funds to over 600 giving partners across the country. And that includes those affected by cancer, homelessness, domestic abuse, and more. I love the company's products. I love its heart. Try your new trusty favorites with an exclusive set for our listeners. New customers can get the Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara and a mini-size Brilliant Eye Brightener at a special set price with free shipping at thrivecosmetics.com/sandwich. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/sandwich.
All right, babe. Let's see here. We have another letter. Remind me if I forget. I do want to talk about AI a little bit.
Oh, I've got some stuff on that too. Wow, what a coincidence. We think alike.
Well, you can do your evergreen stuff, but I have real world experience
Oh,
that I'd like to talk about.
well, this is not evergreen. This
just-
is happening now.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this next letter is from Amanda, not Amanda Evans Whittenberg. This is a different Amanda. This is not my sister. Subject random. Hi, Kellie and Allen.
Hi.
I'm an OG listener, and I was dying at your last podcast when you talked about your visit to Bandera, Texas, a.k.a. the cowboy capital of the world.
Yeah, it is.
I live in Bandera, and I could not believe that you stopped by my favorite Chinese restaurant ever, the China Bowl.
Well, it's the only one there, isn't it?
I think it's the only one there.
What if there's two?
That would be something else. I have lots of other good food wrecks and places to visit around the area if y'all ever come back this way. Amanda, I will be back that way. I don't know if Kellie will be with me, but I will be back that way.
Why would you not be sure I'd be with you? You don't want to do that with me again?
No, I would.
You don't think I'd want to do it again?
You were less bush than I was, so yeah.
I handled it like a pro.
You probably could do it again. Anywho, my question is about EK and her future college plans.
Yes.
What does she plan on majoring once she gets to college? My kids are years away from graduating high school, but the thought of being an empty nester could bring me to tears. I'm sure y'all will still be busy with the boys and all of their activities, but do y'all have any hobbies you will pick up? Trips you might want to take? I know this must be a hard transition for you, but wishing you nothing but love and happiness. Your number one Bandera, Texas fan, Amanda.
Well, Amanda, I wish we would have maybe talked about going to Bandera a little bit more before we did. And maybe we could have met Amanda at the China Bowl.
But you didn't really know much about Bandera.
I didn't know anything about it.
You knew nothing about Bandera, other than I told you it was the cowboy capital of the world.
It'd be lovely to meet maybe Amanda. We'll give her the heads up next time. Well, Emma Kellie at this point, she's vacillating. They make you declare a major. I don't know why they do that.
Oh, do they really?
Apparently
you can't
so.
roll in there undecided then.
Apparently not. Unless I'm misunderstanding. That's what I'm under the impression. So she was leaning toward business, and then she's like, "But now I think I want to be an elementary school teacher." So I don't know what she vacillates. You know, she wanted to be a nurse. That didn't pan out. Then she thought sports marketing.
Why didn't she want to be a nurse? The nurses,
Well,
I'd go down that road.
Well, remember at her high school they had clinicals where she got to.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
she had to compete to get in the program and didn't get in, then did get in, and it was a drama. But I'm so thankful for it because she got to go try nursing in different environments, a veterinarian's office, a senior citizen center, a plastic surgery center. So she got to see all these different ways she could use a nursing degree.
I like nurses.
And decided that was not for her, which I'm very thankful for because she could have gone to college and spent all this money and then realized this ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
But then she was thinking business, sports marketing. So I don't know.
So it's right now it's
business,
Just
but we'll see.
like
But she can change her major.
Yeah.
I told her, I said, why don't you get an English degree? That's fairly versatile, but honestly, business would be a more practical degree. I got an English degree and I enjoyed it, but I don't know that. See, I loved English and I love grammar and all that.
Well, I guess
Business would be a better degree.
It depends on what you want to do.
Well,
I mean, if you get an English, with an English degree, a Bachelor of Arts English degree, you're either probably going to stay in school or teach English.
Well, you can't, but you can also,
right?
You can use those skills in other things. You know, you can do, I went into broadcasting.
I understand. I think you're the exception and not the rule.
Well, you can, how many people use their degree in the real world? They get out and they do something totally different. But Emma Kellie also, for a while, she was thinking about going into cosmetology, not hair, but aesthetics. Skincare, esthetician stuff. And then we were saying, well, if you get the business degree, then you can learn
Start
how
your
to,
own clinic.
Yeah, you could run your own business. And then we were saying, this lady we know, she said, and if you get just even the most basic nursing degree, then you can do injectables. And that's where all the money is in the injections. And then I'd be getting free Botox. See, that's why I'm pushing her towards that.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Pushing.
business is, I think that's a good major to be in. It's a very broad subject.
Yeah.
I mean, she's going to take some and I'm talking because I took a lot of business courses at Tech, and then I went back in 2008 and got my master's in business. So yeah, I don't know if she's going to love business.
Look at you.
I don't know if she's going to love business.
And look what you're doing. You're podcasting.
I am, but I was in business for 25 years.
I know.
But anyway, yeah.
You never know where life's going to take you.
But you get in there.
Of course, her dream is to marry rich so she doesn't have to do anything, as, many girls go to get their MRS, as they say.
Yeah.
Half joking.
That's fine, I guess, but I wouldn't like.
Oh, no, she can't pin her ups on that.
I wouldn't like broadcast that.
Oh, every girl says that.
Do they?
Oh, please.
Every girl goes to college and says, I just want to marry a rich guy.
They say it jokingly. Man, if I could have married rich and been a lady who lunches and just goes and wears tennis skirts, even though I don't play tennis,
come
but they're
on,
so
look at
cute.
you now.
I'm saying if I didn't have to work, I've worked my whole life.
Look at everything
But I also had, I wanted to earn money and I liked earning money.
Look at everything that podcasting and social media, motorcycle riding, and barbecue restaurant ownership has gotten you.
Look at us.
Look at it.
Sitting here.
Oh, just like a queen.
But I would have been a great rich man's wife. I think. I don't know. Probably not. I've been bored out of my mind. Honestly, I like to work.
Where you're speaking is if you're currently not married to a rich man.
Are you rich?
I'm a thousandaire.
You know what I mean, Alan.
I'm a thousandaire. Okay. Well, there's major talk. I think it's a good policy to make someone or to require somebody to declare a major, because if you
can change it,
if you go in undecided, you're gonna take courses that are very general, basic courses that may not.
Isn't that considered?
They may not transfer when you declare your major.
Isn't that considered something arts? What is that?
A liberal arts degree?
Liberal arts, yeah. That's what that is, right?
Yeah.
It's just general stuff.
Right.
Anyway, we'll see. That's, she doesn't
lots
have
can
to,
change.
So much. She might get up there and realize, that our friend's taking a class that she can get excited about.
This is a very fluid situation.
Very fluid.
Seems like as much as Emma Kelly likes animals, she'd do something involved with that, especially horses.
Well, with a business degree, she could learn how to open her own equestrian center.
Tried to tell her, Texas Tech, if she was going to do horses, that was the place to go. Our freaking mascot's a horse, for goodness sakes.
I know. That's water under the bridge, honey.
Yeah, that's true.
Woo pig suey.
Okay, so AI.
Did we answer all of her questions?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Yeah,
she had a lot in there.
Oh, well, sorry. No, I don't think we did. No, she wanted to know the major. She wanted to know if there are any hobbies or trips that we'll do, I guess, when we're empty nesters.
Well, technically we're not, because we still have the boys every other weekend and every Thursday during the school year. So we're not really empty nesters. We're semi-empty nesters.
Semi-empty nesters.
But it's almost like I'm an empty nester now. And Kelly's hardly here. And when she's here, she's in her room.
Yeah.
She's out now tonight with friends, know. Well. But I don't know. I'm really glad we have our Can-Am. I've got the Can-Am Riker. You've got the Can-Am Canyon, the three-wheeler. So we can go off and do trips like that together. And we're trying to figure places we can go, because riding, I don't have a lot of time off work just to go take off and do a cross-country trip. So it has to be trips that we can do in a good weekend.
But we will someday.
Someday, but not now. So I'd like to maybe go back to Broken Bow. I've always wanted to go to Hot Springs, Arkansas. What? Why'd you make that face?
No face. There's so many places in the U.S. that we haven't seen, that I haven't seen.
Well, I'm just talking about on our three-wheelers. I'm talking about our three-wheelers. Now, beyond that, we always say we're going to go someplace new every year.
Yeah.
We still haven't been to Boston.
I follow, I follow a lot of different motorcycle type influencers or accounts on social media. And these guys are just posting these beautiful rides from like Glacier National Park and Yellowstone and on the coast, and I'm like, holy moly, that looks fun.
I would love to go back to wine country. We did that trip. We had just started dating.
Well, that was such a whip.
It was not a whip. It was a whip a little bit, but not totally a whip.
It was a huge whip.
It wasn't a total whip, Alan. We had more fun and laughed till we cried because we were there with Caroline and Carolyn. Remember? And John and Mark.
Yeah.
But there were parts of the trip that were annoying. I want to go back with that fun group.
We should. I wish we could tell that story when we were all sitting there at lunch.
It's not a good story to tell.
Is it not?
It's. I don't know how you can tell it and it's good.
Yeah. It was lewd.
Yeah, let's not.
I mean, the listener really hates that.
I know, but
When we bring something up,
okay,
and then
do you want to tell
well,
it?
no, because then it makes me tense.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's just pretend that never happened.
Mm.
But I'd like to go back to wine country and do it again. My dream has always been to go to wine country with couples. And we went with and I wanted to go do all the wine tastings. I wanted to go and, tour the vineyards and tour and do the whole thing. But we went with someone in our group who's like, I already know all that stuff. We don't need to do that. I'll just take you to some wineries. And so we didn't get to do that experience. And so it kind of was like, that's not what we went for. And that was the main problem, I think. But anyway, we laughed till we cried.
I wish we could tell that story.
No.
Yeah, okay.
That was the first time you ever heard me toot. You've told that before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because
you
the
did.
bathroom was one of those echoing bathrooms.
It
and
reverberated.
Even though the door was shut, you heard me toot.
Sounded like a crocodile in there. Like
whatever.
a Nile.
It wasn't like that.
Sounded like a Nile crocodile bellowing.
It was the softest, gentlest, because I'm trying not to. And it was the softest, gentlest, just passing of gas. And I was like, never heard the end of it.
You ever been watching BBC with Dave Attenborough and he's narrating? He's on the Nile River.
No, I have
There's
not.
a bunch of crocodiles in there mating, and one of the males is bellowing for a mate.
No. It was not like that. Why would you want the woman that you love and you're supposed to put on a pedestal? Why would you want to paint that picture of her? Honestly.
The listener knows that I exaggerate.
But why would you do that to me?
Because I just wanted to say bellowing.
And it was very puffy and gentle.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, thank you.
In actuality, listener, it went.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just went.
Thank you. But I was still horrified.
Yes.
Because we had only been dating about 4 months at that point.
And I'm getting drug all over Southern California. And then there's this. I wish I could tell that story. That was the craziest. All I can say is, listener, you've probably been in a situation where you're with a group of people.
And you don't really know everybody yet. You're getting to know everybody.
At a nice dinner, okay, or a nice lunch. And then you're like put on the spot with a question or an activity that you don't want to answer or do.
Right.
So now you're in a conundrum. You're like, okay, I can stand my ground and just, this is what I morally believe in, and say,
we're gonna bring morals into it.
Yeah, I am. And just say, you know what? Go pound sand and be that guy. Or you can
go along to get along.
Go along to get along and do this stupid thing that you absolutely don't want to do.
Right.
So what do you think I did?
I know what you did.
Option one.
You were the only one.
Yeah, I was. And I made it stick.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a fun lunch.
It wasn't that bad. Well, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so AI.
Yeah. It's a thing.
It's starting to take over our lives.
It is, but those cute little AI babies are fun.
The AI babies are kind of neat. They were going for a while. But
I
now,
love what they're doing where they take like celebrities that are older now and they show the younger versions of themselves. Some of them are really, some of those are pretty cool.
That's kind of cool. But one thing that I've seen a lot of lately in my feed, and sometimes I think it's funny, and then sometimes I'm like a little cringe, and then sometimes I send it to Kelly and she's like, this isn't cool. It's like it's a funny idea. It's like if Moses had an iPhone.
Right. You can't scroll your phone for more than 30 seconds without seeing somebody talking about GLP-1s. Maybe you've been close to trying them, but you're not a needle person, or maybe you're looking for a natural alternative. Well, let me introduce you to our podcast sponsor, Veracity. Their Metabolism Ignite, it's a natural plant-based GLP-1 alternative that is doctor recommended and clinically proven to help reduce hunger. Just 2 capsules with breakfast every morning. It's all you need. And one of the first things I noticed was I wasn't thinking about food all day, that food noise you always are constantly battling. Metabolism Ignite has no allergens, no caffeine, no negative side effects, and we love that. It's shown to reduce hunger by 85% and clinically proven to help lose an average of 9 pounds in 90 days. We really love that. Look, this stuff is sold out 10 times for a reason. So before it sells out again, make the switch to GLP-1s the natural way. Head to veracityhealth.co and use sandwich for up to 65% off your order. Once again, that's VERACITY health.co for up to 65% off. Make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you. I think everybody's had that moment where they say, I should start my own business. Now, maybe you've got an amazing hot sauce recipe, or you've gotten really great at making candles or jewelry, and all your friends keep telling you you should sell that stuff. Well, what's stopping you? If you've been sitting on a business idea, Shopify makes it easy to make it happen. Everything you need to start selling is included and ready from day one. When your first customer is ready to buy, Shopify checkout helps more people actually complete the purchase. And when they come back, their information's already saved. So checkout is quick and easy. One tap and they're done. Shopify handles all the technical stuff too, the setup and checkout, so you can spend your time growing your business and doing what you actually love. It's no wonder Shopify powers millions of businesses around the world, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses just getting started like yours. With Shopify, nothing stands between your idea and a real business, so go make it one. Start your free trial at shopify.com/sandwich. That's shopify.com/sandwich. One more time, shopify.com/sandwich. Now that I've reached a certain age, I realize how much my sleep affects me and everybody around me. It affects my energy, my mood, my patience. And I've also learned that I don't need to waste a lot on fancy sleep gadgets, because one of the best things I've done is upgrade to Boll and Branch sheets. I noticed the difference from night one. They are incredibly soft, so breathable. It's because Boll and Branch's sheets are made with 100% organic cotton that's woven specifically for airflow. Now I don't wake up feeling hot with sheets sticking to my legs anymore. My sheets keep me cool and comfortable all night long. And they've actually gotten softer with every wash. They even did a survey of their customers. 94% of them said the same thing. I love my Boll and Branch sheets, and honestly, I can't imagine ever going back to any other bedding. Sleep cooler this summer with Boll and Branch during their annual summer event. For a limited time, get 20% off site-wide at bollandbranch.com/sandwich with code SANDWICH. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND, branch.com/sandwich. Code SANDWICH to take 20% off. bollandbranch.com/sandwich, code SANDWICH. Exclusions apply.
And he's like, selfie style, it like looks like freaking Moses would look, and he's like, hey, what's up, fam? And he's talking like people talk today.
If Moses was an influencer.
Yeah, he's like, hey, what's up, fam? I'm just, I heard it's going to rain. God's telling me we're going to get this big flood, and hey, here come the animals. A couple of elephants, a couple of camels. Here they come. Let's load up and see where this goes. So he's doing this bit.
Yeah.
And I guess on one hand, it's kind of
some of it's pretty cute,
interesting and cute, but
some of it I think crosses a line where it's like, oh, this is probably sacrilegious there when they start doing the Jesus one.
I don't think you should be doing Jesus in like doing selfies and stuff.
And everybody says, oh, Jesus and God have a sense of humor. Okay, I think God does like to laugh and he does delight in us, but I don't think he likes, I don't know. I just think there's a certain level of respect you still need to have. But that's just me.
I'm not trying to be fuddy-duddy.
But some of it just feels a little cringe.
For some reason, when I see a video of Jesus, like he's holding an iPhone.
That part didn't bother me. Well, it's just some of the Jesus, I don't know, just.
Like I saw this one. He's sitting across the table from the Easter Bunny, and they're doing a podcast.
Oh.
And Jesus is like, hey, it's nice to meet you. I haven't ever met you before. And the Easter Bunny's like, yeah, I've heard a lot about you, but I didn't really know who you were. And they're kind of laughing, and then Jesus is like, you didn't know who I was? And they're doing a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I don't know.
I don't know. I guess everybody has, and that what you just told me didn't really bother me that much. But I guess everybody just has, their level. Like at that lunch where you were offended and drew a line in the sand. I'm like, I don't know what your problem is, why you're getting so upset. So, what some people think is funny, I'd be like,
I don't think I was offended.
It's just not for me.
Yeah, I didn't think I was offended. I think it was just I was on a vacation and I didn't want to do an exercise.
Right, I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but everybody's offended by different things. What offends you doesn't have to offend me.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily make me a bad person or you a bad person because I'm not offended by the same things you're offended by, right?
So I've seen, and then some of them are kind of cute, I mean, I saw this one where the gorilla he's doing it selfie style. And he's like, man, did you guys hear about this 100 guy challenge? I mean, this is a while back, but it's like, and he's going through his experience of fighting 100 men. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of funny. But then at the end, he won the battle.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's why he's doing the video.
Yeah. He's like, man, that was tough, but I'm really hungry now. And he's gnawing down and eating one of the guys that he beat.
Oh,
He's like, these humans actually taste pretty good. He's like, yeah.
Well, I just think it's dangerous because it is getting so good. Like there was one video it showed, they were like, look, you need to show this to your parents, but it's not just parents because it was AI that looked so real. And it was like you've probably all seen this video by now, but it's like a newscaster saying, Canada has just declared war on the United States and things like that. And it looks, but then the newscaster says, and I am AI. And then the next person would be like, I'm on the streets of New York City. They just blew up this temple. By the way, I am AI. It was all AI generated, but it was just showing you how quickly they could put out a fake news story. There's massive panic and it's all fake. And that's the danger. And then I just read in the paper this week where another kid killed himself because of the AI, like they alter pictures and they're going to send out naked pictures of you to everybody and things like that.
Oh, that's awful.
It's awful. So, I mean, AI is not going away. It's a tool. We were talking, I think, about Mark Cuban saying his advice to any, 20-somethings
that would
right
be a
now.
field to get into.
That's what he was saying. He said, if right now, because he started, he did Yahoo and everything. He said, right now, I tell anybody starting out in their late teens, early 20s, eat, breathe, sleep, AI. This is not going anywhere. You got to learn everything about it inside out because that's what's happening, whether you like it or not. And it's almost like with me in radio. Kid Craddock many, many years ago said, we've got to syndicate. And what happens when you syndicate? Well, you're taking the jobs of other markets, other shows in the market because, we're on 65 stations or so across the country right now. Well, that's 64 other radio shows, radio DJs that could have had those jobs. Mm-hmm. But he's like, this is where it's going. And we either get on board the train or we get off and, you become a casualty. So it's tough.
People that are really good in business, they have a knack for kind of knowing the future and where the future market is. Steve Jobs was like that.
There's a lot of misses
Cuban
too.
was like that.
There's a lot of misses.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot, but when they hit big.
Yeah, but kind of knowing what's going to happen before it happens. In retrospect, if I could do it over again, and I put myself back in high school, and they were just putting computers, like desktop computers, in the school. It was rare to have a computer in the school. Mm-hmm. I would have learned everything I could about that in high school and then in college because they were just starting to put computers in. And I really wish I had done computer science instead of, business management, which is what I did.
Yeah.
Systems technology, business management.
Hindsight.
But yeah, that could have led me a lot different places. Not that I regret what happened. It's just that the internet and the computer age was the last gigantic technological event that happened. And all these years have gone by now, and now it's AI. And we're sitting here like, oh, this is kind of cool, Jesus videos and gorillas and stuff. But this is going to change a lot of
everything,
a lot of things. And we're just like you and I sitting here, we don't really know like where it's going to go and how this is going to affect us or help us. And maybe it will, maybe it won't. But for somebody in high school or college right now, man, I think there's just such an opportunity for those kids or, young people to absorb all that and learn everything you can about it. How does it work? How is it developed? What applications are there?
How can we use it for good?
There's lots of good that can be done. I know there's a lot of horror stories about what could happen, but in the medical field, I know there are a lot of possibilities for it. On the internet, in art and design, there are a lot of applications for it. So I just think it's a great time to be trying to absorb all that. If you're, if you're a young person and are looking for something to be involved with, or you have kids, that might be something to at least talk to them about. Mm-hmm. Hey, you ever thought about learning more about this? I don't know.
Some people are using it to replace relationships. That's become a bit of a problem.
I've seen those too.
Yeah, because you kind of develop, with your Chat GPT or whatever you're using, it kind of gets to know your personality, and you could tell it. They were doing this bit we were saying on TikTok where they were like, the girl sitting there with tears in her eyes and a look of utter bliss. She's like, I told, Chat GPT to plan out my future and my dreams for myself, and it was bigger and better than ever thought it could be. And here's the prompts you need to do. And basically you just put in all your thoughts and dreams and it spit it back out to you. It's kind of stupid, but it does get to know your personality.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can say, hey, tell me a sexy bedtime story.
It remembers everything you put in. And the more you give it, the better answers you get.
Yeah, and if you start telling it to do these sexy things to you, it's almost like having your own little dirty talking boyfriend, I guess.
Well, it always goes back to porn.
It always goes back to porn.
That's how the internet was built. On porn. I used to work with a search engine optimization company when that was kind of a big thing, in the early 2000s. And we were always trying to optimize our website so people would, use the right keywords and you had the right tags on your pages and blah, blah, blah. So people would come to your website, because the website was the big thing. It wasn't mobile. It was the computer and people going to your website. So I worked with this search engine optimization company, and we worked together for years. And the guy always told me, he goes, everything we know about search engine optimization, like that the industry knows now, was because of what we learned from the porn industry. The porn industry knew how to get people to those websites. They knew what people were looking for. They knew what people were searching for. They knew how to tag the pages. And that's why they had huge numbers. Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons they had huge numbers going to those websites, was because of search engine optimization. It's just funny how things kind of repeat themselves. Now, you see these freaking, I don't know what you call them, avatars or apps where you can invent a girlfriend to talk to.
Yeah, AI.
What the hell? Dude. Put the phone down.
Alan, I was in a waiting room today to go to the dentist, and I walked in, and there was 4 people in the waiting room, and every single one of them had their heads down on their phone. Every single one of them. And I just sat down and I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give in. I just sat there and stared into space. But it was so sad. We all need to look up.
On one hand, here I am saying, hey, AI is a good field to go into. On the other hand, I make fun of the guy who's using AI because he's lonely and needs a relationship.
Yeah.
But I think this is why I enjoy when Cole and I went to the Rangers the other night, or Dylan and I we've been playing a lot of golf. It's like 4 hours of uninterrupted talking, joking around, looking around, at nature, doing something, where the phone is in the golf cart and we never even look at it. Really, that's why sometimes you text me, and I'm like, oh crap, Kelly texted 2 hours ago, because I'm just not interested in the phone when we're doing that kind of stuff.
And it's getting rarer and
I know.
rarer.
I think that's why I enjoy that so much, is because that's another reason why I enjoy writing so much. And I think probably you do too, is
I don't listen to music, nothing when I'm writing.
No, you can't be dicking around on your phone when you're on the motorcycle, and it's great. I love it, Anyway,
That's
that.
enough of that.
There was one other last thing. Oh, okay. Public service announcement, and I guess we can bring it home for Jerome unless you got anything else.
No, it's fine.
Bad Influence Jeff and the A Train.
This is a public service announcement?
Yes. The unofficial, this is not a sanctioned podcast vacation is happening. It's booked. July 2nd through the 6th at Reef 28. Yeah, Reef 28. Wacky
I'm
Mark.
not going, so I don't know.
Well, you'll be in Italy.
I'll be on a cruise.
Yeah. Wacky marketing
And
department.
our house is going to be house sat by my nephew, so don't y'all be coming over here.
It will, and he has guns too. So, yeah, Reef 28, July 2nd through the 8th.
6, you said a minute ago.
July 2nd through the 6th in Playa del Carmen, Mexico.
I'm looking it up on the Instagram right now. It's on. You have it on our
A sandwich and some lemon.
Sandwich on the Instagram
Yeah.
page.
But anyway, yeah, Jeff and I decided to go down there since Kelly's going to be out of town. I was going to be here like 12 days straight by myself. I'm like, well, Jeff's going to Mexico. I'm going to tag along. He swears by this place. He keeps telling me how great it is.
It is the Reef 28.
It's cheap, very cheap. So check this out.
It's adults only.
Adults only, all inclusive. I got the hotel for 4 nights and the flight for less than $1,000.
Wow. In July.
In July. I think that's
really
a pretty good
the most
deal.
expensive thing is the airfare.
Yeah, I haven't even been there yet, and I think it's a good deal.
Well, we've got, somebody's thinking strongly about it.
Okay.
Somebody says, isn't this the bad influence, friend? Do you really think this is a good idea?
It's a great idea. Are you kidding me?
I'm so tempted. I'm free.
Do it.
Wish y'all were going to the Valentin. We're going to be there those dates. Wish we could. We'll be at the Valentin.
I love the Valentin. Been there 7 times, Dime. But, you're talking $600 a night at the Valentin.
Yeah. Wants to be part of the shenanigans.
Let's go. J-Train.
Let's see.
Let's do it. So anyway, if you want to tag along or we'll be there, that's it. That's
the whole PSA.
That's the PSA. And
not a podcast vacation, but not sanctioned.
not a podcast sanctioned vacation.
Special. There's no package special.
There's no package special is what that means.
There's no planned events.
You're on your own.
But you'll see Jeff and Allen hanging by the pool.
But if you run into A-Train in a Speedo, come on up.
Jeff loves to walk the streets of Playa del Carmen. He loves it.
Well, I don't know if he walks them.
Yes, he
He kind
does.
of wanders.
Wanders them, yes.
He does a lot of wandering.
He loves at night. There's lots of clubs and bars there.
There's clubs. Yeah, I'll be in bed.
We'll see.
Yeah, good call.
I just remember the last time I went to a club in that area. It was we went for the opening of Big Al's Bar,
My man.
which is no longer there.
man.
It was in Playa.
Uh-huh.
It was called the Beer Bucket.
No.
Anyway, we went to a club. It was a group of men and women. And the next thing I know, all the men were being cornered and they were going to call the policia if they didn't give them cash.
All right, I'm out on that.
So you got to be real careful about
I'm
that.
out on that.
You will get shook down.
I don't want to get shook down.
Don't go into clubs.
I don't want to get shook down.
Just hang out.
I just want to go to the pool. I want to eat some fish tacos. I want to look at the water. I want to walk along the beach and kick some shells around. Can I do that?
I guess.
Maybe walk around the streets with
You gonna miss me?
with a cerveza.
You're gonna wish I was there?
Well, yeah, but you'll be in Europe.
Yes, I will.
Good eye, mate. Yeah.
Floating around on a boat for the first time ever.
Yeah.
I welcome any and all cruise tips.
Yes.
My first time cruising.
Well, I don't know that you need cruise tips.
I've gotten a lot of them.
Shanda's your go. She ought to be your go-to.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of helpful tips already, and I think we're going to be good. I got these vibrating wristbands. We actually used to do ads for them a long time ago, but everybody says get the C bands, where these are not like next level. They actually charge. You have to charge them, and then they have a little vibration on your wrist, and that electric current's supposed to really help. So we'll see.
I'm going to be the only one in the family that's never been on a cruise.
This is my first one.
Actually, I
Alan.
don't think the boys have been on a cruise, but me, you, and Emma Kelly.
Yeah.
I will have. I still have never been on a
Have
cruise.
your parents?
Yeah, remember they invited us to that.
Oh, that's right, with your sister.
that
They went
Disney
on that
cruise,
one.
yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, maybe we'll all go again another time.
I have been on an RV trip, but not
Me too.
but not a cruise.
We can dream, maybe as empty nesters.
I know. Kelly even brought that up the other day. We were talking about empty nesting and retirement a little bit. We're always just daydreaming, and she brought up the RV. Like, wow, that's bold. She brought up the RV in hill country. She keeps bringing up hill country, too. She liked that hill country.
I do. I love hill country.
All right, babe. This was good.
Nice and comfy out here.
It is nice and comfy out here.
Maybe we'll do it again.
Here with my buzzed head. My head gets cold now, even though it's summer.
Wear a hat.
Yeah. I was wearing a hat for a little while because I was kind of self-conscious, but now I'm like, I don't care anymore. Here it is. This is me. My bald head. I do look like I should be in the Israeli army, though, don't I?
Okay.
All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, I love you desperately.
I love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
I love y'all.
Love Playa del Carmen desperately.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fun. We're going to take lots of pictures. You going to send me some pictures from where you are?
Well, I got to pay for the Wi-Fi.
You're not
and
a big
that.
picture taker.
Well, I got to do the Wi-Fi and all that. That stuff's expensive.
You have to buy Wi-Fi on the...
You have to pay for the Wi-Fi every
Really?
day. Yes, and a daily charge. So I've got to figure out what we're doing.
That's a bunch of crap.
And there's a drink. If I want a drink, I have to buy the drink package. And because Emma Kelly's in the room with me and she's 18, even if she's not drinking, I have to buy one for her as well.
So this is not all inclusive.
Well, no, there's restaurants you can eat at that are included, but then there's some you can pay for. We will not be eating at those. And then if I want to have anything to drink, you're allowed to bring, I think, 1 bottle of wine per adult passenger. And then if you want to have a cocktail or anything, you have to buy a drink package.
Oh, just sorry, we're detouring before we sign off. Real quick. If you are interested in Mexico, I checked American and it was like ridiculous. It was like twice as much as the hotel. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'll flap my arms and run down the street and try to get there before I do that. So we looked into Spirit, which I told Jeff I refuse.
Well, if you do
I
it
absolutely
right,
refuse to fly.
you
Horrible.
know, it wasn't horrible.
Horrible.
It wasn't horrible.
Worst experience ever.
No, they took care of us. They put us up in a hotel. And when I had that happen to me,
They
with
charged
American,
me for a seatbelt.
Well, they charge you for everything. Once you learn how it works, see, the first time you fly Spirit and you don't know about all that, but once you learn the system and how it works, you can save money. But when our flight got canceled, Spirit put us up in a hotel and gave us food vouchers. When our flight got canceled by American, we were on our own. Kiss my ass.
They said if you want both engines to run on this airplane,
That's not true.
You need to pay more.
That's not true.
Anyway, Spirit was expensive too, so we settled on Frontier.
Yeah, I've flown Frontier
I've
before.
never flown Frontier.
I have. To Mexico. It'll be fine.
And I'm using points for that too. I didn't tell you that. So really all I'm paying for is the hotel.
Okay, good.
So how you like that? 4 days on the cheap.
All right. Are we going to say goodbye for the third time?
And I am sure we'll podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.